left to go back home for the holidays just now, and it's nice to have the place to myself, but it's still really sad that they both left. My other roommate is visiting a friend, but she'll be back tomorrow, so it's not for that long. It's just nice to have someone to come home to, even if you're not always hanging out. I want to explain why I'm always wearing like the same clothes in videos, but I just use the same PJs for 2 or 3 nights in a row because I always have so much laundry, so I've been trying to like cut back on laundry. So I try not to wear like a new outfit. So I decided to go out and study today because I could just bum at home all day and study, but I feel like I would get, I don't know, I just don't like staying home all day because unless I like have to focus study, because it just makes me feel like I have no life a little bit and I just get a little sad. So I'm gonna go to a coffee shop, a really cute coffee shop, and just study there because it's not like I have to be super serious or anything. So yeah, and I'm wearing my shirt that says I will be fine once the coffee kicks in, and one of my friends from college gave that to me. It's really perfect and cute. Yeah. I know, it was kind of weird though. I'm really feeling like some soup, so I found a place on Yelp and just ordered some to pick up. So that's what I'm about to go do because it's like perfect soup weather. It's cold outside, and I think I'll just it's just so nice to, I don't know, take a walk on your own sometimes and just think about life and all the good things you've got, and I don't know, just take a moment to appreciate things. So that's what I'm doing. I'm doing a lot of appreciating right now. My soup, and it looks so good. It has like avocado, and it's chicken tortilla soup. So it's from a new place that I tried, and I told you guys I found it on Yelp. And I just wanted to try something new instead of just going to Panera. I always just go to Panera for soup. I'm watching this new show on Netflix called Crown. Seems like it has really good ratings and awards and such, but it looked interesting to me. I really like period pieces, so I'm gonna check it out. Good night to you guys. I just started packing for India, and I feel like I am so bad at packing for India because I have no idea what people wear there when I go every 2 weeks, because like the fashion changes really quickly, because they're starting to wear more like Western style clothing, but it's like different from the Western style here, just slightly. And so I always look really weird when I go to India. So I have to ask my cousins like, hey, what's normal to wear? And so I like usually end up dressing not a normal person here or there, just like something weird in between. And so they have to tell me what to wear, and mostly I'll be hanging out with my grandpa, so I don't think he really cares what I look like. I think I said every 2 weeks, but I meant every 2 years. I go about every like couple of years, which is really, I think, often for someone who lives in America because it's a really long flight. And watching the previous king of England is like dying of lung cancer, and they didn't know what kind of cancer it was at the time, so I'm trying to figure out in my first aid book. What he died from was a clot in his coronary arteries, and he had this condition before, according to online, called thromboangiitis obliterans, or it's also called Berger's disease. I can't pronounce it, but it's in our first aid book right here. And it's just like a vascular disease. So I think that's what might have caused the coronary problems, but he had like obviously a lung taken out because of the lung cancer. I think he had a tumor in his bronchus. I think it was his left one, and they took out his left lung, but I can't remember. But yeah, in the book it says that it happens in heavy smokers and males that are younger than 40 years old, and he was pretty young when he got it, and when he passed away he was really young, relatively. And then it says here to treat it with smoking cessation, and it's kind of crazy because they were showing us in the TV show that he like continued smoking even after his lung was taken out. Like he only had one lung and he was smoking, and the doctor was sitting across from him telling him like he had cancer, and he was smoking a cigarette literally right then. And I was just like, oh my god, no. Like, so I was just like working on a few more stuff. Just have some TV on while I'm doing that, and I am still packing My room is a little messy, but hopefully I can clean it up. I think my parents are gonna come tomorrow to like hang out, and we might go to an Indian restaurant, but I think they're still deciding whether to come or not. But hopefully they do, because I want to hang out with them. And I feel like I am the mom and they are the kids nowadays, because I'm the one that's always like staying in and working, and they're like having fun with their friends, and I'm like, come visit me, and they're like, we kind of have stuff to do. But that's okay. They deserve to have fun now. They've worked hard for years, and I've been having fun for a lot of years, so it's my turn to work hard. Yeah, so I'm gonna do my closing statements for today. I feel like I'm, broadcasting or something, but yeah, I had a pretty good day. I just got to spend a lot of time by myself, which was nice. At first I was like, oh no, what am I gonna do today? It's gonna be really boring, but it turned out to be a really good day. And I did watch a lot of Crown, and I really like it so far. And it's kind of funny because there's not like a lot going on in the show, and I feel like they just make it really interesting. For some reason, the way they filmed it and the way the actors act, it just ended up being really good. And I love like shows and movies about really strong women, I guess. And I guess I'll do a life tip today. Something that I had a lot of difficulty with when I first came to med school was like having a productive day when I'm on my own, like a day like today when I wasn't with like friends, or I didn't have like parents around me, or I didn't have to, like, on days where I didn't have to go to class, when I always felt like, oh, this is my time to have fun. So I was just used to, chilling and doing nothing when people weren't around. And so I just had to learn to self-discipline myself, and some of the ways that I did that were, using things like the Pomodoro technique that I told you guys, and just improving your willpower in any way that you can, even if it's just starting with simple things like cleaning your room or doing errands or waking up at a certain time. I think that's a really good one. Be like, hey, I'm going to wake up at 6 a.m. every day. Even if I don't have work to do, you can get something done, watch a TV show, whatever it is. So I think you guys can try to start doing that if you're having problems with self-discipline. And I think that you should also try to spend some time on your own, just doing anything, like going to the movies on your own, or taking a walk on your own, or just spending some time studying on your own. If you just always study with people, go to a coffee shop, and that way you just like get used to it. It's not like a shock if like you're suddenly alone, you have a bunch of work to do, you're like, no, I got this, like I can do work. My world doesn't revolve around other people or other people's timeline or school having to tell me what to do. It's just like your like resolve and do is to listen to those people that are smarter than you, and gather their advice, and then make a decision on, this is what I think is best to do, and like go for it. Even if it's a little risky, just go for it, because what's the worst that can happen is that it doesn't work out. And if it doesn't, then you've learned a really good lesson. But if you never did it, then you'll never do anything in life. So I don't know, I think that's something good to learn. Like, so take risks, do things on your own, make experiences. We're still young. I feel like I am still living a college student's life, because I don't have like a husband or like a kid or anything, or I don't have a boyfriend or anything right now. So I just like feel like I'm very like free, and it's so nice. It's really nice. I didn't know like this is what I wanted when I like got out of college. I thought, I don't know, I thought it was like time for me to find someone, like to find a man. I was like, oh no, I'm like so old right now, I need to find someone. Actually, Lorelai Gilmore from Gilmore Girls said it best. She was like, I love my life, I love my things, I love my stuff, and I love my daughter, but sometimes, on some days, it would be really nice to have that one person to share things with. And I totally get her, because, I do. I love everything about my life. I think I'm so blessed and so lucky. But some days you just need someone to, like, share things with. But I think that it's good to have that period in your life where you don't have, like, that person. It makes you, like, a much stronger person if you have to deal with life on your own for a little while. And you're never completely on your own. You have, like, most people have, like, family and best friends, and you have distractions like school and so much other stuff. And so, I don't know, first you learn to be stronger, and second, you learn to appreciate the things you do have in life, like, and spend more time with all of those things. I don't know. This is just me rambling, but these are my thoughts about life. So I hope you guys are on the same page. If you're in your if you're on your 20s, yeah, just, take it one day at a time. There's nothing wrong or right about what you're doing. It's just kind of your decision. Like, if there's one thing I've realized about being an adult, it's that there really are no, like, rules. I feel like, yeah, there's like a government and there's laws you obviously have to follow, but when you're a kid growing up, there's like so many rules, and there's like a path. Like, you're on a path to do a certain thing. You have to graduate high school, you go to college, and there's a certain way to get into med school, so you do that. And it just, like, growing up, I was like, okay, I know what I have to do. Like, I'm going to do it. And then I get into med school, and I'm like, wait, nobody's telling me what to do anymore. And yeah, it's a lot of freedom, but it's just like, it's also a lot of uncertainty. You're just like, so nobody really cares what I'm doing anymore. Like, so I can do anything. It's kind of a shock, but it's a great shock, but it's, the path is really unclear. So you really just have to take one day at a time. Like, I have no idea what I want, but I decided, just like, I don't know, do your best every day. Like, do everything you can to make each day great, because that's like my only goal right now. And I hope that eventually, like, by doing this, it'll become clear to me what life is about. And I'm guessing it won't happen anytime soon, but yeah, that's my plan for the moment. So if anybody has any ideas about what life is about, let me know. But I'm still young and 20 and figuring it out. So yeah, so I got really philosophical. I'm sorry about rambling a lot, but I hope you guys had a really good day, and happy Vlogmas Day 16, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night.